Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application on this day. The music in the background is Blueshift by Catas and Kasger, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, October 28th, 2016. In 2014, an unmanned Antares rocket, which was carrying NASA's Cygnus ORS Orb-3 resupply mission to the International Space Station, exploded seconds after taking off from the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport in Virginia. In 2013, 5 people were killed and 38 were injured after a car crashed into barriers just outside the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square, Beijing, China. And that's what happens when a society that doesn't know what a condom is mixes with the driving skills of a vegetabilized vegetable. In 2009, NASA successfully launched the Ares IX mission, which became the only rocket launched for its later cancelled Constellation program. Also in 2009, the October 28, 2009 Peshawar bombing murdered 117 people and wounded 213 others. In 2007, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner became the first female to be elected president of Argentina. In 2006, a group of activists of the Bangladesh Awami League attacked a rival political party meeting in Dhaka with oars and skulls, murdering 14 people. Also in 2006, the funeral service for the 817 Ukrainian civilians whom were murdered by Bolsheviks at Baikivina Forest, outside Kiev, Ukraine, during the 1930s and 1940s was held. In 1995, 289 people died and 265 others were injured during the Baku metro fire, becoming the deadliest subway disaster. In 1990, the Georgian Soviet Socialist Republic held the first multi-party legislature election in the country's history. In 1982, the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party won elections, with Felipe González becoming the prime minister-elect, which led to the first socialist government in Spain after the death of Franco. In 1971, Britain launched the satellite Perpero into low Earth orbit atop a Black Arrow carrier rocket from Launch Area 5B at Woomera, South Australia, becoming to date the only British satellite launched by a British rocket. In 1965, Nostra Aetate, the quote, Declaration on the Relation of the Church with Non-Christian Religions, end quote, of the Second Vatican Council, was promulgated by Pope Paul VI, absolving the Jews for the death of Jesus, thus reversing the 760-year-old declaration of Pope Innocent III. In 1964, during the Vietnam conflict, U.S. officials denied any involvement in bombing North Vietnam. In 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis ended when Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev ordered the removal of all Soviet missiles from Cuba. In 1956, Elvis Presley received a polio vaccination on national television. This single event is credited with raising immunization levels in the United States from 0.6% to over 80% in only 6 months. Oh, the power of mind control. In 1949, an Air France Lockheed Constellation crashed in Azores, causing the deaths of all on board, including French violinist Jeannette Nievieux. In 1942, the Alaska Highway, aka Alcan Highway, was completed, traveling through Canada to Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1940, during World War II, Greece rejected Italy's ultimatum, starting the Greco-Italian War with Italy's invasion through Albania, and forcing Greece into World War II. In 1929, Black Monday occurred, which was a day in the Wall Street crash of 1929 and also led to a major stock market upheaval. In 1928, the Youth Pledge of Indonesia was declared, in which Indonesia Raya, which is now the national anthem of the country, was sung. In 1922, Italian fascists led by Benito Mussolini marched on Rome and took over the Italian government. In the year 1919, the U.S. Congress passed the Volstead Act over President Woodrow Wilson's veto. paving the way for Prohibition to begin the following January. In 1918, a new Polish government in Western Galicia was established and triggered the Polish-Ukrainian War. Also in 1918, during World War I, Czechoslovakia declared independence from Austria-Hungary, marking the beginning of an independent Czechoslovak state, 300 years after its initial creation. In 1904, Panama and Uruguay established diplomatic links. In 1891, the Mino-Awari earthquake, the largest inland earthquake in Japan's recorded history, struck the Gifu prefecture. In 1886, in New York Harbor, President Grover Cleveland dedicated the Statue of Liberty. The first ticker tape parade then took place in New York City proper when office workers spontaneously threw ticker tape into the streets as the statue was dedicated. In 1835, the United Tribes of New Zealand was established with the signature of the Declaration of Independence. In 1834, the Pinjarra Massacre occurred in the Swan River colony at present-day Pinjarra, Western Australia. An estimated 30 Noongar people were murdered by British colonists. In 1775, during the American Revolutionary War, a British proclamation forbade residents from leaving Boston. In 1707, the 1707 Hoi earthquake caused over 5,000 fatalities in Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu, Japan. In 1664, the Duke of York and Albity's Maritime Regiment of Foot, later to be known as the Royal Marines, was established. In 1636, a vote of the Great and General Court of the Massachusetts Bay Colony established the first college in what would become the United States of America. This college is known today as Harvard University. In 1538, the first university in the New World, the Universidad Santo Tomas de Aquino, located in present-day Dominican Republic, was established. In 1420, Beijing was officially designated the capital of the Ming Dynasty, occurring on the same year that the Forbidden City, the seat of government, was completed. In 312, during the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, Constantine I defeated Maxentius, becoming the sole Roman emperor in the West. And in 306, Maxentius was proclaimed Roman emperor, 6 years to the day before his removal. And that concludes the show! Once again, you can check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. You can also rate 5 thumbs and subscribe if you do so wish. For your dose of past events daily, I am Aeoxander, and you are you, Toodles!